as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. You talk about this Lions defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win.
And right away, he lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Williams. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball. And it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Off to the races. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameer Gibbs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, good move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Pass complete to Adunze. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for a Bears first down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw, it's Williams. And he slings one that's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Williams going to look to throw again. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
First down, Detroit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Shifts by him. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's got some space here. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Johnson off the play fake. takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this is one wide receiver whose toughness will never be questioned, because he fires off the line of scrimmage, runs his route, and he understands sometimes the collision is going to happen. In this case, steals himself well, keeps the arms extended, and makes a big-time catch.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Williams throwing after the interception. Oh, Adunze wide open. It's complete. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for a Bears first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Touchdown! Rome Adunze with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Williams. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And now another one thrown incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Watch third! Vegas! Tip it!
They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Here we go! Go for it!
They run over center with Mitchell. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Caught Carlton Davis picks it. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. 22 more yards there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. Back to throw. Johnson. He'll try and do this himself. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy and fruits, of course. One team, hey, we kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play. That's exactly what he did.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
What is it? Yeah.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To the air once more, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Colston Loveland, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut the lead back down to 2.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Whiskey.
They'll try and throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. He's across midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
The kicker on for the
good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
The turnover. Well, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, there was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good. We're on the Bears. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. Touchdown Bears! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down. Inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. There he goes again. He may go. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away fourth. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
The salt will pepper goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Johnson, off play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Hold on! 32! Vegas!
To throw, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Brent, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. On the handoff, Mitchell. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the counter, Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here's 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Ready to run. Vegas, Vegas. Yes.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now the point after try for Santos. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Bears 52, Lions 48. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.